What's going on, Bird Gang? I'm Mike on YouTube, and this is the Eagles Fan Show. Make sure that you tune in every single Monday for more Eagles-related content. You can see this video is a little bit late this week. I've had a little bit of a problem. I lost my voice over the weekend, so we're a couple days late with this one. We're going to jump right into it right now. So first off, my thoughts on last week's game. We played the Steelers. Jalen Hurts only had a couple of passes. I think he was 4 for 7, I believe. We all saw that pass to Dallas Goedert. Dallas cuts to the right sideline. Absolutely beautiful anticipation by Jalen Hurts. Nails that throw, gives Dallas some room to run as well. I liked what I saw out of Jalen. Some people were a little bit skeptical of Jalen's performance. I myself thought I thought he had a good game. I'm satisfied with what I saw against Pittsburgh. This week we had joint practices with the New England Patriots. So today we're going to be covering Sirianni versus Belichick and more of Rube's observations. Now, this is an article by Ruben Frank. You can find this at NBCSports.com. I'll put a link in the description below. I knew that the joint practices were taking place with the Patriots and the Eagles this week. One of the main things that I really wanted to see this year, I believe I talked a little bit about it last week, was Jalen Reagor taking that step up. Now, if we all didn't see, we had to have all seen that Jalen Reagor catch, right? So we absolutely had to have all seen this, correct? This is incredible. What a catch. What an absolute snag by Reagor. Bring that into this preseason game. Show us some more consistency. Keep stacking those performances up, Reagor, and you're going to be a top 15 receiver in this league, guaranteed. So real quick, this first note, this is incredible. A lot of people are calling Nick Sirianni a stooge, saying that he's a fool, all this other kind of stuff that's just totally unwarranted when you're not inside the building yourself. Looks like Sirianni's offense got the better of Belichick's defense every day in practice. We came out confident. Sirianni's scheme looks solid. You can't really ask for more out of that. A lot of people were referencing Nick Sirianni stumbling during his press conferences and whatnot. How is his team showing up to practice? Are they confident? Do they believe in him? It clearly looks like they do. So this first note from Rube, but I really like this first note from Rube mentioning Sirianni beating Belichick right there. It's a direct head-to-head win right there for Sirianni. Yes, it's just joint practices. It's not even a preseason game yet, but just like I just referred to, continue to stack up those victories. We're gonna skip number 2. We already know we want to see Jalen Hurts make that second-year jump. I believe he will. Jalen Hurts has all the intangibles. He's got everything that you would want from a quarterback. Does he have the strongest arm in the league? No, but you don't need the strongest arm in the league to succeed a quarterback. You need anticipation, you need toughness, you need leadership ability. And Jalen has all of that. We're going to go on to number 3. This is a big one. This is, I mean, we have Zach Ertz. We didn't know how definitive it would be, whether or not he'd be staying here for the entire season, whether or not he'd be traded. It's looking like Zach Ertz is going to be on this roster now that Tyree Jackson got hurt. This kid would have an incredible camp. It's a real shame that he got hurt. I guess he went up for a pass high in the end zone and landed on his back, and he fractured a bone in his back. So he's going to be about 10 weeks, I believe they said. Something about he'll be sidelined for about 10 weeks. So I'm really hoping that we put this kid in the IR. We do something to lock this kid down because Tyree Jackson was having an absolutely incredible camp. He'd make an incredible tight end too. So that's really unfortunate. All right, let's talk a little bit about our wide receiving corps. So we got Jalen Reagor, Devonta Smith, Quez Watkins. We know they're going to make it. What we're really looking for in tonight's preseason game, Travis Fulgham, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, and John Hightower. These 3 wide receivers need to show up tonight. There's people saying that Fulgham is a lock to make this roster. Bullshit. Travis Fulgham is not a lock to make this roster. This kid's got to show up. If he doesn't show up in these preseason games or in these practices and turn something around, I don't think Travis Fulgham's making this roster. Greg Ward, I believe Greg Ward could be a surprise cut as well. I mean, we really know what Greg Ward is. Greg Ward is like the Teddy Bridgewater of wide receivers. We're not going to get anything fantastic. We're going to get some solid play out of him. But Greg Ward, I would say, if you want to make a lasting impression on Sirianni and his coaching staff and make this roster, Greg Ward is going to have to show up in these preseason games big time. This is an interesting note. In the last 50 years, the Eagles have only had 2 rookie running backs with at least 25 catches and 200 rushing yards. LaShawn McCoy and Miles Sanders. Kenny Gainwell, I don't know if y'all know anything about Kenneth Gainwell. This kid can play. This kid can play. I love the thought of Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell on the field at the same time. That's going to cause a lot of defensive coordinators to stay up at night. I want to talk a little bit about Landon Dickerson. Landon, I was a little bit uneasy with the second-round pick that we spent on him this past year. But if you go back and you watch this kid's highlights, I see there's nothing wrong with it, man. Honestly, this kid's going to be an absolute beast. If he can come back healthy, we use this year as a redshirt year for him, hopefully physically recover. This kid's going to come back next year or at the end of this year, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Landon Dickerson, you all have to watch out for this kid. You guys are going to be buying Landon Dickerson jerseys. I can guarantee you that. So that about sums up that article. What I'm going to be watching for tonight, my main things, top 3 things that I'm going to be watching for in tonight's game. I want to see Sirianni. That's the number one thing. I want to see Sirianni versus Bill Belichick, head-to-head, coaching against one another. I want to see Sirianni go out there, put together, obviously we're not going to be giving away our playbook in a preseason game. I want to see confidence out of Sirianni, though. I want to see how the players are going up to him and responding to him. I want to see how he's responding to other players. I want to see how this coaching staff is responding to the players and how the players are responding to the coaching staff. The coaching and their interaction with the players is the number one thing I'm looking for tonight over any individual player's performance. Number 2, like I said, Travis Fulgham. I want to see something out of Travis Fulgham tonight. And if I don't see anything out of Travis Fulgham tonight, I want to see something out of J.J. Whiteside tonight. I want to see something out of one of those 2 wide receivers that's going to jump off the page. I want to see something that's going to say, wow, they need a roster spot. Because otherwise, it's a super underwhelming back half of the wide receiving corps. And then number three, obviously the big thing that you always want to see, besides no injuries, is the Patriots to lose. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck Bill Belichick. We want to see them get taken down. I don't care if it's a preseason game. I want to win this game. I want to win this fucking game against the Patriots. Fuck Bill. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck their legacy. I'm still heartbroken about what happened in 2004. 100% we win that Super Bowl if T.O. is 100% healthy. But outside of that, thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this kind of stuff. I do this once a week. Otherwise, hope you guys have a nice day. Enjoy the game.